Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces August 16, 2022. Today's energies favor quiet activities and projects that focus on building and developing. There can be quite a fair amount of weighing pros and cons, negotiations, and discussions. However, as much as you might enjoy the mental exercise, be aware that it's hard to know what's in your heart today, possibly leading to misunderstandings. Generally, with Venus in your solar 10th house these days, you come across well, particularly with bosses, elders, and the like. Today, Venus encounters a minor challenge, pointing to some indecision or hesitation. While you may wrestle with mixed feelings, it's likely more satisfying to work towards a tangible goal than to give in to whims and cravings. This is a day for pursuing pleasure and making sure that you get a break from whatever work you have been caught up in to be with people and socialize. It is important to get out, especially with those who are important to you, if possible. You may have left them out of things recently. So today, be with them wholeheartedly and share yourself. Give the best of yourself, and you will get the best in return. Consider a different lens. As a quirky air sign, you tend to be quite handy with seeing something from a different perspective. However, with the moon in mutable Aries and square to your sign, you could struggle with self-criticism. Luna can be highly critical, especially if certain conversations, correspondences, and other communicative work is falling short of your expectations. But the lunar energy can also remind you to be steady and flexible and mold to your professional situation as needed so that you can remain on task. While the pace and urgency are dialing back on the financial front, and it is not only next month that you will see the first planetary activity for the year on the income side of the financial fence, there is every reason for confidence. This is something that the moon is helping to amplify today, with your intuition, instincts, and imagination geared towards the positive. Whether a pleasant family get-together is on the cards or a celebration with friends today is perfect for socializing. Just as you enjoy the company of others, they like being with you too. Friends and family know exactly how much you mean to them and value your company. Be yourself today, because they accept you just as you are, loving you and trusting in you. Money and gadgets and just general purpose stuff are heavy on your mind right now, and you might just have a golden opportunity to turn your time into more gold. Looking for the right person for a long time, you may not have found the ideal partner yet, but the likelihood of meeting them is promising and too good for you to miss. Give yourself a push and summon all your seductive sex appeal. Be prepared for the next opportunity you get to win over that special someone. Feeling a little blocked lately, emotionally or physically? This might have something to do with a tense period you're going through, where things tend to get a little bottlenecked. Keep all channels open with plenty of water and fresh vegetables and at least a few virtual yoga classes or whatever exercise releases your tension the best. Try to do this whenever you are subjected to a lot of stress, rather than putting it off until afterwards. You will be much happier. You'll find working within a structure far easier on this day. It can be quite easy for your personality to resist anything routine or scheduled, as it contradicts your love of freewheeling. Yet, at times it can work to your benefit to go about things in a more methodical way if you need to be especially productive. Try to set the structure for yourself, and then work within it. This should prove more comfortable for you by far. Just in time for the weekend and to capture Mars' final hours in an adventurous part of your chart, the moon returns to a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part. In ordinary times, as Mars leaves and joins an already formidable lineup of planets in your career sector, these playful, creative and romantically charged lunar vibes would be outnumbered. However, returning as a full moon, the gloves have come off when it comes to a life that is all work and no play. In a case of perfect timing, the moon returns to your romantic sector during Mars' final hours in an adventurous part of your chart. This is too late for them to connect directly, but as the moon returns to begin the build-up to a romantically charged full moon, this is a reminder of a mix of romance, passion and adventure that Venus and Mars spent much of the last 6 weeks fueling. Our eyes in the sky. The Leo Sun opposes Saturn in Aquarius today, giving us an opportunity for growth and spiritual evolution. This energy sucks up information and processes ideas from multiple perspectives before coming to any conclusions. You'll be able to perceive things from a new point of view, which should give you deep insights on how to move forward. The only catch is that Mercury forms a quincunx with the healing asteroid Chiron, which reminds us that transformation is hard work, and this will likely throw you out of your comfort zone. As you analyze your path forward, try not to be too hard on yourself. Remember that change is a process that happens over time and isn't usually immediate. Take the time to map out your goals, but don't put too much pressure on yourself or indulge in a defeatist attitude. Later in the afternoon, Mars and Pluto connect. This energy can make people extra sensitive, and it might increase your empathic nature a bit. It will be important to use this energy to replenish your soul and reconnect with your gratitude and your belief in yourself. Pluto loves to restore and transform our aura, making it the perfect evening to nurture yourself before doing the work that comes next. In the morning, the Aries moon aligns with Neptune, providing a dreamy start to the day. We might be inclined to stay in bed, or at the very least to take our sweet time getting up. This influence amplifies our sensitivities, lending to creative or spiritual work. However, it can also provoke confusion and create tension in our relationships by way of misunderstandings. Avoid trying to nail down correspondence or solidify meetups at this time. Following this, the moon sextiles Pluto in Capricorn, allowing us to harmonize our intuition and emotions. Our psychic senses are stimulated, but rather than looking at outward circumstances, we can tune this awareness inward to overcome fears and prejudices. The moon begins its void of course following this aspect's perfection, which will last for several hours. Use this time for contemplation rather than taking action. The stars shine brightly in the communication realm as the moon opposes Mercury this morning. This aspect helps us feel confident in our knowledge and achievements and ready to share information with the world. Your social media accounts will be on fire, so be sure to post a flattering pic. Communication will be at a peak all day, which could cause some burnout as we near the evening. Perhaps we can strike a happy medium between the two, but the polarizing nature of this transit suggests that whichever way we tip the scales, we are apt to feel guilty. Ultimately, we are reticent to take up space now. We fear that acting independently will aggravate others. Everyone has these feelings from time to time. When we recognize that our insecurities are a source of commonality, we can begin to heal individually and interpersonally.